So here's a quick update to a video I carried about a week ago, which was titled, Wife was okay with friend cheating at bachelorette party. She's not going to be okay when husband. And a shout out to Corey for letting me know there was an update here. And guys, as a recap, this is about the guy who's married, I guess a little bit of time here, has a daughter, all that. And his wife came home from a bachelorette party. And he overheard her having a conversation with one of her friends that the bride-to-be cheated at a bachelorette party in Miami. Big surprise. And you guys know Miami. That's definitely not surprise. And when he confronted her about it, she had a very nonchalant attitude about it. His wife saying something like, oh, she'll never see the guy again. It was just sex. They shouldn't cancel the wedding because something like that. And as you can imagine, it really didn't sit well with this guy because her whole attitude towards cheating is, it's no big deal. And his own wife had a bachelorette party, who this broad went to, and made him really realize, what the hell did she do at her bachelorette party? She cheat on me? And then he started digging and found out that she, at the bachelorette party, claimed she didn't cheat, but just did some innocent dancing and flirting and all that. And understandably, this guy isn't trusting her too much, as well as she has a whole attitude about cheating. And she also said the biggest thing, the big deal breaker was that, hey, you know what? If you were a different type of guy, I'd be totally for having a physical relationship in our marriage. In other words, if you were a different type of guy and would allow me, I'd have an open marriage. So understandably, this guy's looking at the big picture here. But obviously, he has a daughter and doesn't want to screw that up. Now, here we are with the update as to what's happened since then. And I have a lot of skepticism in some elements of this update. It says here, anyway, many of you told me to tell the fiance. I debated it, but another one of my wife's friends, call her Claire, who was also at the bachelorette party weekend, beat me to it. Aha. The whole scene was quite dramatic from what I heard. My wife and Claire were over the house of the friend who cheated. We'll call her Wendy. When the fiance came into the room, Claire said to Wendy that she needs to tell him or she will. The fiance pretty much knew what she meant and basically broke down. Of course, she broke down. Bring on the waterworks. Hobag Handbook, Chapter 2. There was a lot of screaming and crying. The fiancé took it really hard, and as of now, the wedding is off. Ha ha ha. You're darn right the wedding is off. He can't marry her. She cheated on him. Bachelorette party. And I'm sure it wasn't just one dude being Miami. You can't marry someone like that. Once a year-old is a cheater. My wife looked shaken when she came home. Oh, I'm sure she is, realizing this could be her fate. She ended up apologizing for making light of the situation, given how much pain it caused the fiancé. Bullshit. She doesn't give a crap about him. She cares about her. Thinking, oh my God, maybe my husband will divorce me. I told her no shit, and she admitted that her views on this were obviously much different than most people. She gave me a hug and said she will never be able to live with herself if she hurt me like that. Uh-huh, sure. After what happened on her bachelor party, Claire's the good friend here, was present for my wife's bachelor party as well. Claire and I have been friends for years. I met my wife through her actually. So it stands to reason that she would have definitely told me if my wife slept with another guy during her bachelor party. So I suppose I'm satisfied for now. So, like I said, this is a quick update here. So I'm just not buying this. I don't believe. You all heard the first story. You all recall how nonchalant she was about the whole cheating thing. No big deal. It's just sex. Who cares? Really? Maybe he's saying he's satisfied for now, but he shouldn't be. I sure as hell wouldn't be. I think the wife saw this guy, call off the wedding. The guy that was cheated on. And she's thinking, oh shit, my husband might do the same thing. This might give my husband a bad idea. So here home she comes crying and looking shaken and hugging him and saying all this crap that he wants to hear. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe she saw his Reddit post. A lot of times these stories where people will post things on Reddit and their husband or wife finds these things and she got a major attitude change. I don't think she's any different. And I don't believe a fucking thing she says. I think she's covering her ass. That whole thing like she would not be able to live with herself if she hurt me like that. Please. I don't buy for a second. So all I can say is this guy, not that he's going to see this, is watch out. You know what? No, let me back up. What I'm going to say is I start to do some investigating. If this wife of his did in fact cheat on their bachelorette party at any time, which I would not be at all surprised, I'm sure she's pretty darn good at covering her tracks. And she's probably right now going through every electronic device and wiping the history from them and any evidence if indeed she had something going on. But if I'm this guy, I would be looking for everything. I would leave no stone unturned. I don't trust her. And at that point then, he can handle it the way he wants to. Now the tricky thing is that he mentioned in the first story, I think he said they have a daughter. So understandably, doesn't want to harm the daughter or anything, but if it turns out that she's had an affair, which is very likely, or is currently cheating, obviously can't stay married to her. But you can't be with someone you don't trust. And everything she said in that first story, again, you all heard this. I know you guys wouldn't stay with someone like that. So this guy needs to do some serious soul searching. Nothing drastic today, but some serious soul searching and some serious investigating. Maybe hiring a PI. If indeed he finds out any bullshit's going on, he needs to handle things accordingly. And if he does stay with her, given that he can't find any evidence right now, he's going to have to sleep with one eye open. And you know what? That ain't no way to live. So, we shall see. But anyhow, guys, this was sent over to me. You all watched that story, so I figured I'd give you an update here. Now, real quick, a few comments before I wrap this up. Because I'm not the only one that thinks... One guy says here, OP, Claire's mindset and values may have changed since you got married 3 to 5 years ago. If you ever can get your wife's friend Claire alone, praise her for her stand-up approach to infidelity. Then look her in her eyes and ask her what happened at my wife's bachelorette party. He says, remember what your wife said when she wasn't emotional coming back from the girlfriend's house. That if I was that type of guy, that would be okay with her sleeping with other guys. She'd probably do so. She said this after you were married and after her girlfriend cheated. This dude's referring to what she had said in the other story. Sleep with one eye open. That sleep with two eyes open is her true mindset. Another one that says here, wow, you are so easy to manipulate. Ooh, ouch. How easy was it for her to avoid lying by saying she wouldn't be able to live with herself if she hurt you like that, when she probably just means that letting the fiancé find out was what hurt the fiancé. Listen to the other commenters here. You need to have a huge conversation with your partner to feel out whether your views on love, sex, marriage, intimacy, and monogamy are actually as compatible as you might have been assuming this whole time. Whole comment section is full of people that don't believe the wife and don't trust her. Another one, the guy says, buddy, your wife won't hurt you because she won't tell you. It wasn't the act of cheating that she witnessed that was so horrible. It was the consequences of finding out. Now she knows she has to keep quiet, anything to prevent you from having a meltdown like that. And last one, this guy says, brother, she literally admitted to flirting and dancing with guys at the bachelorette party. That was enough for divorce for me. She also admitted she fantasized about having STX with other men with you knowing about it. Damn, divorce this damn woman. That's what I think. But at the end of the day, it's his life, and he's got to handle it accordingly. But it's amazing how a lot of these stories I've covered, and the guy's staying in it for the kids, which is certainly, it's commendable. He doesn't want to hurt the kids and all that. Ultimately end up where we all know they're going to end up. So anyhow, guys, you see an update to this where guess what? He finds us some dirt and says, no, that's it, I'm leaving her. Let me know. I'll definitely cover it.